Hi, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about bar graphs. So what is a bar graph? A bar graph uses a bar to show the data. So yesterday we talked about line plots, and those used those dots on a number line to show the data. Today we're going to show the data with bars on the graph. Now let's go watch our visual learning video so you can see what I'm talking about.
Use the table to make a bar graph. First, write a title and label the graph. The title is Favorite Activities. The labels are Music, Dance, Art, and Drama. Why is it important to write a title and labels for the graph?
If we don't have a title, we don't know what the graph is showing. It could be showing anything. If we don't have labels, we don't know what the choices are. Instead of favorite activities like music and dance and art and drama, it could be eating, sleeping, drawing, and coloring. We don't know. It could be totally different activities. So we have to have the title to tell us what we're talking about and the labels to tell us what the choices are.
One reason is so you can tell what the graph is about and how it shows the information. These labels tell you what the activity is. The numbers tell you how many children like each activity. Let's color boxes for each activity to match the data on the table. How many children like drama the most?
6.
Select your answer.
There are 6 boxes filled in on my bar for the bar graph, so that means there are 6 children that like drama.
6 children like drama the most. What does the graph show about music and art?
The graph shows that there are 3 children that like music because there's 3 boxes filled in on the bar graph, and it shows 1 box filled in for art, so that means there's 1 child who chose art as their favorite activity.
The graph shows that 3 children like music and 1 child likes art. Do the numbers on the table match the numbers on the graph?
Yes, they do. There's 3 for music, 4 for dance, 1 for art, and 6 for drama. Same on the table and same on the bar graph.
Yes, the numbers on the table and graph do match. You have learned how to use a table to make a bar graph.
So let's go practice in that workbook. Okay, we are starting on page 816, so grab your workbooks, grab your pencil, pause me if you need to, and make sure you're on page 816. We're going to do these guided practice problems together. So it says, use the table to complete the bar graph, then use the bar graph to solve the problems. So number 1 says, how many students chose cat as their favorite pet? So if we look at our table here, it says cats, 4 people, dog, 6 people, bird, 2 people, and turtle, 3 people. So for cat, it would be 4 people. 4 students chose cat. Now we need to use this table of data, of information, to make our bar graph. But notice we need to fill in the labels. So we have to put down the title first. The title is going to be favorite pet. So that's what I'm going to put right here. Favorite . I know it's kind of tricky to read because I'm writing over the top of the other stuff, but favorite pet, just like that. That's my title. My side down here is going to be what kind of pet, because we need to know what this is. So these are the pets. And down here, I need to say how many students, so number of students. Hopefully your writing is a little bit nicer than mine. I'm doing mine with a computer, so yours better be fancier. Number of students. And then we need to put in the numbers and the type of pet that they could have chosen. And then we can make our bar graph with the information, the data from our table. So we have a cat, a dog, a bird, and turtle as our choices of pets. So I'm going to write those choices in just like this. Turtle, yeeks, there we go, turtle. And then I have a choice of 0 students, 1 student, 2 student, 3 students, 4 students, 5 students, and 6 students. And now we're going to take the data from the table and we're going to fill in the bar graph with it to show how many students picked each pet. So they already did cat for us. They did 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes on the bar graph because 4 students chose cat for their favorite pet. So now let's go do dog. We have a 6 here in our table, so we need to fill in 6 boxes for the dog. So I'm going to grab a marker here, a little bit easier to fill it in here, and I need to fill in 6 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to fill it in all the way. And now we need to do the bird. So we have 2 for bird. So I'm going to fill in 2 boxes. 1, 2 boxes. And we have 3 for turtle. So 1 box, 2 boxes, and 3 boxes. There we go. There is our bar graph. And now there's another question down here for us. It says, which pet did the most students choose? So if we look at the bar graph, which pet has the biggest bar? Which one's the longest? The dog has the longest bar because there's 6 students that chose it. So we're going to say dog because that's what pet got the most picks. Okay. We're going to watch one more quick video and then do a little bit more practice.
Here we have a table of data showing the favorite snacks of the students in Emily's class. Cool info, but I want to see this information on a nice, colorful bar graph. No problem, Emily. We can make that happen. All we have to do is use bars instead of numbers, right? That's right. So for each snack, the total number of students represents a different colored bar. And voila! Oh, I see. The bars tell you how many students like each snack. And using the bars, you can quickly compare the number of responses given their choices. Wow! Bar graphs sure do rock.
And if we look, we can use this bar graph to see that carrots are the least favorite snack of the class and raisins are the most favorite snack. Pretty cool. Let's go do some more practice. Let's turn that page. Okay, we are on page 816 and we're going to answer some of these problems together and you're going to do a few by yourself. But it says use the bar graph to solve the problem. So I'm going to scoot down so you guys can see all the problems here. And let's look at number 3 together. It says how many students write after school. So these are after school activities. These are the activities that they could choose. And this is the number of students. So how many chose writing? Well, if we look, we can see, well, if we follow the right bar, it goes all the way to 8. So we can say 8 students chose writing. Do number 4. It says, which activity do exactly 5 students do after school? So which one of these has 5 students? Well, drawing has 3, playing has 11, writing has 8, but reading has 5 students. So reading has exactly 5 students. Let's do number 6. How many students read or draw after school? So when we say or, we have to pick both of them. So I can't just say 5 students and I can't just say 3. I need to put them both together. So there's 5 that chose reading and 3 that chose drawing. So I need to say 5 plus 3 would be 8 students because 8 students either read or they draw after school. Let's look at number 7. Which activity do the most students do after school? So take a peek and write down which activity you think has the most students. Well, that one's pretty easy, right? Playing definitely has the most students. So we were going to say playing. So bar graphs aren't too tricky to make. They're really fun to make and they're pretty easy to read. So that's really nice for us. We're going to go down and do number 9. Okay, number 9 says, how would the graph be different if 2 students changed their after-school activity from playing to reading? So what they want us to look at is if 2 students were not playing anymore, and instead they turned to reading, we have to fill in these 2 bars, how would the graph change? So if we write this out, we would say only 9 students would choose reading and 7 students would choose reading. Oh, hold on. 9 students would choose playing. There we go. Oh, so only 9 students would choose playing and 7 students would choose reading. Instead of what we have right now. Right now we have 11 students doing playing and only 5 students doing reading. But if 2 students moved from playing to reading, it would be 9 students playing and 7 students reading. So that's how our graph would change. We're going to turn the page and you're going to do one last problem. Okay, we're going to look at number 10. It says Wanda went to the farm. She bought 8 pears, 5 oranges, 2 apples, and 9 peaches. Use this data to make a bar graph. So here's what you're going to do. I'm going to let you try and do this all by yourself. Let me walk you through where you put some of the items first, and then you can do it and come back to me when you're all done and we'll check and see how you did. So at the bar up here on the top, you need to put what the title is. So what are you measuring? Down here, you're going to say what the choices of food or fruits are. And then right here, you're going to say, what did she buy? So are these foods, fruits, veggies, animals? What did she buy? Down here, you're going to say how many. So what are you measuring? And then in here, you're going to make your bars. So try it. Give it a couple minutes, see if you can make it, at least make your bars. So for sure, you can write in the fruits and write down how many of each. And then if you need help with the other labels, I'll help you. But give it a few minutes, do your best, and then come back to me when you think you've done the best you can, and we'll check. You need your best work? You ready? Okay, so here's what we're going to say. At the top, I'm going to call this Wanda's fruit because that is what we are measuring. We're measuring what fruits Wanda bought. So I'm going to say Wanda's fruit. And over on the side, I am going to say this is fruit. Because that's the different objects that I'm going to put in here. And then I can say that she had pears. She had oranges. She had apples, and she had peaches. And give me 1 second to scooch these around a little bit. So we have pears, oranges, apples, and peaches. And then down here, I need to say how I'm measuring it. So I'm going to say number of pieces because we're measuring the number of pieces of each fruit. And now it's time to fill it in. So for the pears, I'm going to choose a nice green color. She bought, oh, wait, we're missing something. We need our numbers. We have to actually say what the choices are. So I'm going to scoot that down. And I need to say the choices are 0 pieces of fruit, 1 piece of fruit, 2 pieces of that fruit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's a weird 9. That's okay. Now we can do the bars. So for pears, she bought 8 pears. So I'm going to fill in 8 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my pears. For the oranges, she bought 5 oranges, so 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The apples, she bought 2 apples, so 1, 2. And for the peaches, she bought 9 peaches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And look at that, just like that, we made our own bar graph. So bar graphs are kind of similar to line plots where we're showing the data, we're showing the information. We just have to make sure that we're being really careful to label everything. That's the most important thing to remember. So let's check out your homework for today. Okay, here's your homework. I want you to go back in the workbook to page 817 and do number 5, number 8, number 11, and number 12 to get some more practice. Then go do your quick check, and after that, spend some time on Math Facts Pro and iReady, whatever your teacher has assigned to you. And I will see you back here again tomorrow for another type of graph. So tomorrow we're going to talk about a picture graph. I'll see you then, friends. Bye.